Hi, my name is Wendy Ann Powell, and this is a story about finding light even when you can in tragedy. So, about 7 or 8 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and that was one of the best things that ever happened to me. And people always say, "Wendy, you're so crazy. How could that be the best thing that happened to you?" It was because when I was little, my mother had this belt, and she was schizophrenic, and she would have these episodes, and she would use the belt to beat me with. It was a plastic belt, it was a clear plastic belt, and the silver part always stood out the most because of the clearness of the plastic. And then, you have the little hook on it that goes through the holes. And so she would apparently think I did something wrong, and in her mind she would create these scenarios. And so she would wet the belt, wet the clear plastic belt, and hit me with it. And oftentimes she would hit me on my upper chest area. And one day the hook of the belt stuck into the top part of my breast area. And at that time, I'm 7 years old. I'm flat. There's nothing there. It's just skin. But as I grew older, I began to obsess over this because it was like this little clear white spot from where the buckle, the hole, had stuck in. And it just was always there. And it grew with me every year. It grew, I grew, we grew together. And so when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and my doctor was like, "Well, you're going to have a whole mastectomy of the right breast." And while most people would probably be like dripping tears, a bowl full, I was like thinking to myself, this is going to be great. You know, they're going to remove that skin, that hole, that little clear piece of scar tissue that I've had to look at since I was 7 years old. And I thought, wow, I will never have to look at that again. And so I smiled when my doctor said that. And she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm great." I'm like, this is the best thing that happened to me. That memory of me being beaten by my mother will be removed. And so, even though I had to go through several bouts of chemo, I was still able to smile because that removing that tissue, that clear little hole in my chest, helped me to heal my spirit. It was like taking away something that was like not just scarring me physically, but scarring me mentally and emotionally. Every time I had to look down at it, it made me feel bad about who I was. And although I loved my mother dearly, it reminded me of the times when she was so angry that she could pick up a belt, that she could pick up something to hurt me. And when it was removed, it was like my spirit could just fly, and I felt happy. And so that's how I found happiness during my time with cancer. Thank you.